use Notebook for car detailing brand. So if you're struggling to build your own brand and trying to figure out a way for how to get in front of your audience, then the best way to do that is to introduce clarity. One of the great ways to introduce clarity is to let AI do the legwork for you. So there's a couple of things you got to do. Number one, you got to use Notebook LM. So Notebook LM makes it easier for you to produce content from like everyday life. So let's say you are trying to do car detailing business and you're trying to promote that business, and you wanted to introduce clarity. So this is the steps that you want to follow. Go to Reddit, go to your points of interest community that talks about car detailing, that kind of stuff, and then go ahead and copy like the most famous questions that people ask in that community, the top performing questions. There's a technique for doing that, but that is a T, that is the secret ingredient. Once you get those questions, you're gonna find out what those questions are. You're gonna drop them into ChatGPT, and then it's gonna give you the details for what kind of top questions people are asking for in your particular interest. So if your interest is car detailing, then you're gonna get a lot of questions from people in a Reddit community for how much does it cost, what are the risks of car detailing, that kind of stuff. So when you do that, it's gonna make it easier for you to pop up in search results on ChatGPT. It's gonna make it easier for you to pop up in different places. So how do you do that? How do you solve that problem? So the first thing you gotta understand when building your brand is, it will take a little bit of time. The first thing you kind of gotta understand that car detailing brand, it requires local SEO. It requires dropping content across socials on a regular basis, and it requires like constantly babysitting different types of groups, social groups, in order to get better results. But if you use Notebook LM, what you could do, you could create far-looking content based on those popular questions on Reddit, and then supercharge them, include them in CapCut. And yeah, that's how we're able to build a brand in 7 days, car detailing brand. And already, guys, I'm already flipping it, selling it for 15 G's. All I did was use Notebook LM in combination with Zoom, CapCut, and just blasted content from Reddit across socials, combined it together with my CRM, and it was smooth sailing. The rest was just like having it all organized in Notion in the form of Notion templates. Then the rest was just like, I bet, who wants to buy it? It was that stupid easy. So like a lot of people ask me, well, how do you do that? How do you create those workflows so easily, and how can you build a fully blown brand in like 7 days? So guys, a couple of things. You do have to have a little bit of blue collar skills when it comes to car detailing, a little bit of plumbing skills, a little bit of like water skills, working with water. If you held a wrench before, if you're trying to connect some water hose or garden hose, you gotta definitely kind of get some of those hands-on experiences just to get that little bit of comfort. So this way you could do a couple of jobs here, a few jobs, not too many. Your focal point is going to be not necessarily being like a super car detailer person, but somebody who Jesus loves you, bro. Absolutely. Thank you, guys. So, and at the end of the day, guys, look, eventually with car detailing brand, man, like, I don't know. For me, guys, it was just the most stupidest, the easiest way to build it. And like the craziest part about it, guys, when you start building it, you're gonna be coming across all sorts of complexities. Like people gonna be calling you and saying, oh, can you do this internal detailing only, not external, that kind of stuff. Look, at the end of the day, guys, what you want to do, you want to earn money quick. You want to build a business and then just flip it quick. Or if you really like it, you could keep it further. So this way you could kind of have your own schedule and just do some of the detailing whenever, maybe on Saturday or Sunday. The way it works is you just turn on a couple of ad campaigns. I have a couple of them set up on TikTok, YouTube, and Meta. Meta is pretty good. It treats you pretty well. It gives you like a really good clientele. But of course, like all of them are different. But the bottom line is, guys, at the end of the day, you gotta have a little bit of content, a little bit of systems, a little bit of blue collar skills, and a little bit of communication skills here and there with people. Now, I know it seems a lot, but it's not hard, guys. If you're struggling, use NotebookLM. NotebookLM literally came out with like a slides feature. So what I did, I actually started using it for my pet brand as well, because I constantly had problems with creating clarity. So I was like, man, I bet, let me go ahead and figure out a way how I could like solve this problem. Because essentially when you start promoting your car detailing brand and whatever it is that you're doing, spraying, doing all sorts of work, you gotta show this work in front of multiple socials. I'm talking about online, like TikTok, Threads, LinkedIn, Buy Me Coffee, all those different socials. But you also gotta have local marketing, and local marketing is where the money is hidden. Local marketing is where the key is at. Now, of course, I'm not here to bore you with like what you got to do on Google, what kind of, how do you get on Google Maps, or how do you do any of that. I'm not here to bore you with that, but I will tell you one thing. Start using NotebookLM to create clarity, and use Zoom in combination with CapCut and NotebookLM, and in combination with ChatGPT. Just use, like, when you start building a brand, create like a project and stick with that project, and tell AI to like follow up with you and ask you to remind you of doing certain activities, and then take those activities and drop them into Notion. Once you do that, guys, it's going to be smooth sailing. Once you drop your activities into Notion, you're going to be able to follow up with like a Notion template with everything that you're doing, and the rest is just going to be like literally, let's say an activity says you need to go ahead and do some detailing. So you go out and you do a little bit of detailing, or the activity is go ahead and set up a few slides from NotebookLM for the most popular types of questions that people are asking for in the world of car detailing on Reddit forums, and and then boom, you set it up and it's smooth sailing. So guys, look, if you want to buy Freedom Fusion Detailing, I'm selling it for 15 G's. It took me 7 days to set it up, to build a brand. I'll sell it to you for 15 G's. If you want it, guys, it will be yours for 15 G's. I already got the clientele, the leads flying in like manna from the sky. So what you're paying is for intelligent piece of information put together for you, and so this way you could leverage it right away. You could leverage the system, you could leverage the Freedom founders that I connected to that system, so this way they could help you grow your brand further. So you're leveraging that knowledge, that intelligence, and that's what you would be buying for 15 G's, guys. If you're interested, let me know. It's a very good deal. You'll start producing, probably you'll be able to make like maybe 2K to 3K for sure in the first couple of months, just on a part-time basis. Then the rest could go further to like 5 to 10K easily if you stay consistent, if you have a bunch of VAs literally producing those NotebookLM slides for you and publishing them across multiple channels. And of course, if you're doing all sorts of optimized SEO for what people are asking for, and creating that SEO, like literally capitalizing on that, then yes, you're gonna get a lot of leads. Now, I am selling it for $15,000, and it only took me 7 days, guys, 7 days to build, but it's a pretty good deal for you. So if you want to make like 2K to 3K to 4K per month, then this is definitely a good start for you. Then later on, you could spiral it out of control to like 10 to 15K per month. So if you want to buy it, my price is 15 G's. It took me about 7 days to build the brand. Here's what I did. I'm going to go ahead and describe what I did in 7 days. I bought a bunch of equipment. I created a bunch of videos. I created a system that includes everything you need to convert leads into loyal customers. And I made it possible for people to join this system. I made it possible for Freedom founders to join it, so this way they can continue growing that brand. So this way you don't have to searching for people who are like not really interested, or who are just asking for money but really can't really prove anything that they could produce any results for you. So instead, you get the right people, you get the clientele, you get the equipment, and of course you get the car as well. So you get combination of a car, equipment, and materials. 15 grand. Now I do have to, like this car, I have to decide whether it's going to be my car, but if anything, I could easily just get another, like a really cheap minivan and include it with a bunch of signs and hand them off to you as part of the deal. So this way you have everything, systems, marketing, and people in the van and the sign, everything put together. So if you guys are interested in that, let me know. But if you guys want to build your own brand, it's fairly easy. All you need is content, Notebook LM, Zoom, Freedom Fusion System CRM, Notion, and CapCut. If you use those different types of tools together, you're going to be able to finally be able to build your own feudal kingdom, finally be able to get ahead of the game without feeling like a process prisoner. Anyway guys, I'll see you next time and take care.